3, 2, 1, 0.
What up? Thanks so much for coming back to the show. I greatly appreciate it. By God, I hope you're having a great week out there. Here in New York, the sun's shining, the birds are chirping. We skip spring straight into your balls sticking to your thigh, butt crack sweat weather. It's not great. Oh, man. My winter weight is really showing as my t-shirts cling to my midsection and my boob sweat knows no bounds. So I gotta friggin' lock it in, dude. I gotta go no sugar, no carbs, 2 weeks, drop a quick 15, no big deal, and then get it all back, having a good time eating hot dogs. I hope you're having a great time out there. If you're at work, I hope the boss isn't riding you. I hope your coworkers aren't popping off at the mouth. If they are, you gotta let them know, man. You gotta flex on them. You gotta pull up to that coffee pot or that the water cooler, or if you work at a real classy joint, some sort of refrigerator with artisanal smoothies and delicious snacks, and you go, you can't talk to me that way. You get in their face, dude. You flex on them, or you do what I do. You say nothing, and you fight with them in your head for 2 weeks. Just in the shower going, Steve, you fucking bitch. Fight it with your head still losing, whatever. Thanks so much again for coming back. By God, if you're watching the video, please drop a comment, subscribe, like, all that crap that everyone begs you for. If you're listening on audio, 2 hands on the wheel if you're driving, or you know what, slide that motherfucker back, pop it low, and chill. Yeah, you put on the old Toby McMullen show, you could hear the sounds of wine, black and milds getting sparked in Toyota Senecas all across this beautiful land. I'm a Corolla man myself. Guys, hell yeah, thanks for coming back. Big news in the entertainment world this week. Huge leak. Paramount has once again blown it, dude. You hate to see it. If you're not familiar with what's going on, there's a franchise beloved by people of my age and of all ages. Let's say all ages. Let's not be ageist. I don't give Gen Z a lot of credit. They can't read. They're all addicted to the vape. They're real dickheads online. They're the most insecure generation to ever live. They're terrified to post, which makes them, say it with me, gang, mean as shit online. I mean, they invented the age shaming these guys do is unbelievable. They really know how to do it. Pushing 40, by the way. Ooh, that hurts. Don't tell them I said that. A franchise known as Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you're not familiar, animated program was on Nickelodeon back in the day. Created its a whole studio in and of itself, Avatar Studios. They did a bunch of seasons of Avatar. They did another show called Korra. I can't remember the like subtitle of that show, but Avatar is awesome. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. Now, it's hard to recommend children's programming to adults. I understand that. It's a tough pill to swallow, but this one is really good. It lives in a world of like it's not quite Batman the animated series level, and that you can just recommend to people because you just go, I mean, the art is incredible. It like revolutionized animation on television. The voice acting is top tier. And it's similar with Avatar. Like the animation is incredible. The voice acting is unbelievable. The writing is fantastic. The world building is out of control. Really, really good show. Now, if you're an adult and you're worried about watching cartoons, what you want to do is you want to look over your left shoulder, look over your right shoulder, make sure everyone in your home is asleep. You want to pop this on and you want to get your teeth sunk into a real good little time. I would recommend. Listen. If you haven't seen it, you should. If you have seen it, it's good. It is what it is. I mean, in terms of like animated shows, I would recommend to people. It would be Batman the Animated Series. It would be Death Note. Is unbelievable. Attack on Titan. I would sneak Avatar in there if I thought they would be receptive. But other than that, it is what it is. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. So basically, this here movie that Avatar Studios has made was supposed to release in October in theaters. Paramount announces the movie. No trailers, no marketing materials have been released. And then we're about 6 months out from the movie's release, right? At which point, Paramount announces that it will not be entering movie theaters. It will be dumped onto their streaming platform, Paramount Plus. I mean, hearts and breaking for all the artists and writers and voice actors and all the people, the director, all the people who put so much time. I mean, if you know anything about animation, it takes a bajillion years, man. I mean, it is Sisyphus pushing up a boulder. You're just getting crushed as you animate. I mean, I know that it's gotten easier as the animation has gone digital, but it's still painstaking work. I mean, to this day, an episode of Family Guy takes 9 months to animate. The only people who've been able to crack that code are South Park, and boy, oh boy, have they fallen off. I mean, what happened to my beloved show? No one gives a fuck about Randy Marsh, dude. So, the Avatar movie, basically what they're doing is it's a continuation of the story from the animated series, which kind of wrapped up that whole arc, and they're going to do a new thing, big movie. It's a full-length feature film, full video, as we would say in the skate world. And what they're doing is they're doing a story where the characters from the original series have aged up. They're now adults, in their 20s, 30s, whatever it is. They're doing a real Saved by the Bell, the college year situation. Except Screech isn't. Did Screech get stabbed, or did he get his cock cut off? What happened? What happened to Screech? Actor stabbed. Did he get stabbed, or did he stab a guy? Dustin Diamond gets 4 months sentencing and bar stabbing. Shout out to the Diamond. Nothing sharper than a diamond, folks. Oh, man. Wow. The entertainment biz has its ups and downs. That's what they say. You got to think that the lawyer who was the amount of puns I would have in my arguments, as like my closing arguments as that lawyer, just being like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, imagine yourself inside of a honky tonk having a nice time. A little bit of Tim McGraw on the jukebox, and then suddenly the fun comes to a screeching halt as Dustin Diamond as Dustin Diamond wielding a blade, a diamond edge blade. So dumb. Man, I really derailed myself with Dustin Diamond stabbing a guy. Okay, lock in, Toby, lock in. Okay, so Avatar is supposed to be released in theaters, right? Paramount Plus announces that it's going to be dumped onto their streaming platform. Now, there was a live-action version of Avatar released, a long time ago. I feel like it was directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that movie supposedly stinks on ice. All the homies saw it. They said it sucked shit, so I never checked it out. I have a couple of my buddies are diehard Avatar fans and, admitted super nerds. They went opening night, midnight, they pulled up in costume. They went full Avatar costume. And my buddy said by the end, he's never been more embarrassed in his life. Just sitting in the movie theater, full-blown Avatar gear, just sinking in his chair, just going, dude, what the fuck? Just sprinted to his car dressed like a monk. That's brutal. I mean, it had to have been similar for people who saw the Star Wars prequels back in the day. Just walking out dressed like a Jedi, going, "What in the fuck was that, dude?" I mean, to show up to a movie in cosplay, you gotta know it's a hit. I mean, that is such a gamble, dude. You're just pulling up to Deadpool. Well, no, Deadpool was good. Although, from what I understand, the character of Deadpool is like he's like a real nuisance at like Comic-Con and shit because people dress up as Deadpool. He's in your face is covered, right? So you have full anonymity. And he's an asshole. So people run around being douches. They're grabbing butts. They're doing horrible shit. So watch out for Deadpool guys, I guess. But the hype around this movie was limited, but the hardcore fan base very, very excited for the release of this film. I mean, people probably holding off on pulling up to the premiere costumed, I would think, after the blunder that was the live action film. But whatever, I digress. So basically, Paramount Plus announces this thing, and then this guy gets his hands on the movie. Full HD, full finished movie, that not a trailer, not a poster, not a nothing has come out about this thing. Maybe a poster. But he gets his hands on it. I believe it was emailed to him, which is like, wow, that's a real hefty fuck up. At which point, this guy is like, damn, I got the goods. And he kind of tries to bully Paramount, which is sick. He like Robin Hoods it. He goes, yo, listen up, Paramount. If you don't put this movie in theaters, then I'm releasing the link. I'm releasing the leak. I'm going to live stream it. Everyone's going to get their hands on it. You're not going to make dime one on new subscriptions for this thing. But what do you say, Paramount? Paramount's response? Nothing. So this guy just goes, fuck it, and just post the full movie to Twitter. And it has been circulating all over and getting tons of tractions. And what's extra crazy about it, because when I first saw it, the guy who posted did it because of racism.
Editor's note, the guy whose link I saw, not the original poster, a different guy who had ripped it and then uploaded it himself. So not the OG guy, but a different guy, if that makes sense.
Which is wild, dude. He was basically, because they aged up the cast, a la Saved by the Bell college years, Boy Meets World, the college years, pretty much any 90s series, the college years. By the way, the reason they do that, if you change the name of the series, you no longer have to, it becomes a new show, and you don't have to increase salaries and increase residual payouts. Basically, you get to fuck everyone involved, which is why I first heard about this, because it was like The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, a show I've never seen. They then did a second series where it's them on a boat or something, and they did that so they wouldn't have to pay the actors out, basically. A little bit of Hollywood shady accounting. Classic. So they've aged up the characters. They replaced all the original voice actors with new cast, and people are upset because most of the characters on the show are Asian, and they replaced them with a predominantly Asian cast, right? Including one character, Toph, who is a blind earthbender. God, I'm a nerd. And they replaced her voice actress with an Asian actress who is also blind, and people are outraged because neckbeards, they don't go outside, they don't interact with humanity, so their worldview a little bit skewed. People who don't go outside tend to be the worst kind of people. It's why they say mean things to you inside of Call of Duty lobbies at 3 a.m. or Apex Legends or whatever game it is where you interact with other people. So basically, this guy goes, fuck it, releases it. And this is how I came across it. I'm so bummed because I saw this thread. I didn't think to screenshot the comments because I didn't think about talking about it until afterwards. And then within 30 seconds of me having that realization, that post got taken down. So that whole thread is lost to the ethers of time. I'm sure there's a way you can Wayback Machine it or whatever, but I don't. I ain't doing that. So boom, 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 boom. This is the post that I saw. Fuck it, full leak. The Legend of Aang: The Last Airbender. They fired the OG voice actors over DEI. Literally hired a blind Asian chick to voice Toph. Crying emoji, which now means laughing. Hate that, by the way. Fuck them. That sucks. It sucks that the original leaker had his heart in the right place of like, this deserves a theatrical release. I am going to ransom this film and bully this giant, I mean, impossibly giant corporation. Entertainment is now controlled by like 4 companies, and Paramount being one of the big dogs at this point. And Paramount didn't flinch. They were like, we do not give a fuck. And they have yet to respond about the leak either. They truly don't give a shit. And all of the comments full of just the most righteous nerd hate. It's so crazy. It's like, guys, you love imagination. You love animation. Why can't you imagine that everyone is just human and kind of chill and like, shut the fuck up, you fucking nerds. It does suck that the original voice actors didn't get brought back on, but I mean, fucking, it's animation. It happens all the time. It is what it is. How many people have voiced Batman over the years? I guess that's a little different, but I mean, whatever. That it's crazy that it went so quickly from Robin Hood. This film deserves a theatrical release to like, fuck you, I'm a piece of shit. So yeah, pretty insane. I read a whole thing by a guy who worked on a show on Amazon called Invincible, based on a really good comic book by Robert Kirkman from back in the day, all about basically Superman and his son. The Superman character turns out to be evil, and then his son has to battle this guy, blah, 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 blah. But there were some designs leaked from Invincible season 2 or 3, and it created immense pressure inside of the studio. And this is exactly now what's going to happen to Avatar Studios, because while the leak came from Paramount, the company that is going to distribute the film, the pressure is going to then be applied to Avatar Studios. They're the ones who are going to get punished, which is just classic corporate bullshit. It's the same thing as if you work in an office job and your boss fucks up, they ain't taking the blame. It's going to be you. And this guy, basically what he said was that then created all of these rules where each department became completely isolated, right? Because you have to isolate everyone so that if a leak does happen, you know exactly where the leak came from. So they couldn't interact with other animators who were working on episodes outside of the ones that they were working on. And he said it created this like weird environment where it should be creative and cool and collaborative. Like going back to Batman, the animated series, all of those guys were inside of one office building in, some fucking shithole somewhere in Los Angeles, or like Van Nuys or whatever. And it was like an old school newsroom. They all have their desks all in one big room. They're showing up designs. They're going, look at this guy. What about this? What about this? And they're going, yeah, see, print it, cut it, get in there. Two-Face is red. If face can't be red, it'll scare the kids. Got to make it blue. That kind of shit. Which seems like it would be that's the kind of creative environment you want. You want a collaborative one where everyone's voice is heard and everyone has input. And you can all work to create this thing together. And now that shit is fucking done for Avatar. And probably, honestly, the sequel, if the movie is good, I haven't seen it yet, that's probably off the table as well. So just a shitty situation all around. And big ups to the original leaker who was like, oh, I can use this ammunition to get a win for the little guys, who just got bodied by big dog Paramount. Now, this got me thinking about other massive leaks that have happened in movies and how it actually affects it. Because I think that it's all on Twitter, right? So not everyone is on Twitter, and by God, you shouldn't be. That website is fucked. I mean, they are really letting it fly over there. Wow, you get on there and you go, no shit, posted that, huh? Okay, dude. Well, the internet's forever. But whatever. That's just the nature of the internet now, and just the burner accounts and blah 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 blah. But it got me thinking about the leaks. Obviously, the one that comes to the top of mind is the Sony leak after Seth Seth Rogen made the North Korea movie, The Interview. Shout out to Seth. That's so funny, dude. It's so fucking funny. That these guys were like, what if we did like a National Lampoon's thing for North Korea? And then North Korea was like, all we do, dude, is sit around and hack people. We will fucking own Sony right now, dude. They did. I mean, that sucks. It's like if Pineapple Express, when that came out, if a bunch of growers in Humboldt County were like, fuck it, dude, we're hacking the mainframe. We're fucking people's shit up. So a similar thing, we got the 10 most damaging leaks from Super Mario to Wolverine. Similar thing happened to the Super Mario's Brother movie, which I didn't realize. Also, a similar thing with the voice acting where they had Chris Pratt playing it straight. No, it's a me, a Mario, you know, because why would we want the guy to be Italian? we can't have Mario making Princess Peach uncomfortable, just walking in, eating a big greasy sandwich, grabbing her ass. Fucking ravioli drooling down this guy's face. Man, I love making fun of Italians. We'll just get Chris Pratt. Fuck it. So this movie, it similarly got leaked on Twitter. One of the biggest movie leaks the movie industry has suffered for years. 9 million people watched that movie before it released, and it still went on to make $1 billion. So it's like, how much do leaks hurt movies really? I think probably not that much. I mean, a lot of the people who are watching this thing illegally were going to do that anyway. They're fucking nerds and neckbeards who are going to, the average person doesn't have the know-how or the time to pirate anything. I said it in the last episode, pirating shit is very difficult. So yeah, it is. So I think honestly, I truly believe that if they were to switch it up and put Avatar into movie theaters now, I think it would do gangbusters. I think it would make more money than it would have otherwise, because people, you know, they watch it on their phone, they go whatever. People are gonna say it's good, it's great, and so a lot of those people will be like, oh, this experience of watching this on my phone sucked ass. I want to now go see it on the big screen with high tier audio, crisp image, all that shit. Although I imagine a lot of people just downloaded that Twitter link and then cast it to their TV. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, whatever. But other movies that leaked, The Expendables 3, 2014. First 2 Expendable movies are surprise hits. The Expendables is an unbelievably fun idea for a film franchise, right? You get all the biggest action guy, biggest meatheads in the world. You cram them into one thing. Everybody gets to be dumb. First Expendables, I remember really enjoying it, having a great time with it. Expendables 2, couldn't tell you a single thing that happened other than, Sylvester Stallone and Jason Statham rode around on big motorcycles. Dolph Lundgren just sort of lummoxed around, being all big and buff and cool. And then the third one, in an all-time blunder, they go PG-13. You simply cannot do that. You cannot take an R-rated, violence-driven franchise and then cram it down to PG-13. It's so stupid. It ruins the mystique. God damn it. If I had my way, every movie would be rated R and a guy would get shot in the face in the first 35 seconds. It's been that way since I was a kid. 3 weeks before the official 2014, The Expendables 3 landed on torrent sites. So this is an interesting case because this reaffirms my argument that now it gives the movie studio a reason for why this thing doesn't make as much money, right? Instead of people being like, hey, you completely neutered this franchise that's all about dudes getting knives and like giant Bowie knives in the face, and you've turned it into whatever. Dude, you can't have a cool action movie where people can't say fuck. It's so hard. There's like 4 of them. Limitless. Not really an action movie, more of a thriller, but still very sick. That's a movie that is so much better than it should be. I mean, and really just the world's greatest advertisement for Adderall. Like, dude, wake up, get geeked. You will be a millionaire, bro. You'll fucking see through the matrix code. You'll day trade your little cock off. Get some meth in you, brother. Yeah, over 2 million people viewed the film before its release date, with Lionsgate blaming the leak on the sequel's underperformance at the box office. Called it. No, that movie underperformed because you fucking destroyed the formula, man. It's like McDonald's. They changed the recipe. It's not as good. That's why people aren't buying. You jacked up the prices. I mean, dude, I had McDonald's for the first time in a long time last week, and that shit is, listen, we all know it's poison, but that shit is actually fucked. I had 2 cheeseburgers and a half a thing of fries. I immediately slept for 4 hours and woke up covered in sweat, dude. I don't got it like I used to, man. I used to mow through that shit. No problem. A-okay. And that I got body, dude. Not even Big Macs. Not a big arch, not a quarter pounder, which is too much meat, by the way. If you're a quarter pounder with cheese fan, I can't fuck with you. McDonald's meat needs to be, you got to contain it. You got to limit your access, dude. It's like cocaine. A little bit, sure. A lot of it, no good. But it felt like I had eaten 2 spicy chicken sandwiches from Popeyes, which was my old hack for because I can never sleep, and if I take not methadone, that'll really put you in a hefty nap. Melatonin. I can't take melatonin because it fucks me up the next day. But that would be my hack if I had to wake up early. Is around like 11 p.m. I'd order 2 Popeyes chicken sandwiches and a large fry and put me right out. Cut to me destroying an airport bathroom. All right. Other leagues. Hostel Part 2. Hostel. Not a fan. Not for me. I don't like the quote unquote torture porn. Also, speaking of horror, I watched the rest of that Netflix series because I felt bad about trashing a show that I didn't watch the whole thing. What was it? Something very bad is going to happen. I watched the rest of it. 3 more hours of my life I'll never get back. And let me tell you, gang, guess what? They didn't turn it around. It still stunk. I mean, geez, crow, that show sucks. And wouldn't you know it, it's like the biggest show of the year for Netflix, showing once again that my taste is not aligned with the public, which is fine. Everyone else is stupid, and I'm right, because I've got a microphone. Listen, I spent $100 at Best Buy, so my opinions matter. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and I think that the name, this genre of horror that I keep trashing but I can't put my finger on, atmospheric horror, right? That's what I don't like. I don't like horror based on atmosphere. Never once have I been watching a movie and I'm like, boy, this is real spooky. Look at those couches. Vibes aren't scary, okay? It's just a millennial burger joint with a grass wall and a neon sign that says, look out behind you. Atmosphere, and I think I'm right here. Atmospheric horror is a subgenre that prioritizes dread, tension, and move over jump scares or gore, effective strategies for terror. Using immersive sound design, lighting, and slow-paced storytelling to unsettle the audience. We're going to bore you to death, folks. Oh, my God, you've never been so scared in your life. We're really drawing out the setup. Fuck you, dude. Slow burn suspense. I hate slow burn. Fuck, I want a hot burn, fast burn. Burn the shit out of me. I want a volcanic... Burn, baby, burn. No slow burn. The only good slow burn is Blue Ruin. That's a slow burn that's good. Or No Country for Old Men. Hell yeah. Pop that on. Big glass of milk, take a nice nap. Yeah, fuck, man. This shit Subtlety over gore. No one wants subtlety. Not enough subtlety. We're done with subtlety. We want in your face. Put it like a big girthy. You know what I'm saying. Environmental storytelling. Ugh. Get out of here with that. Yeah, no. Basically, what atmospheric horror is, we're going to put spooky music over nothing, and then it'll scare ladies. Fuck atmospheric horror. But also, on the other end of the coin, fuck gore porn, because that's all gore, no substance, is how I feel about it. But whatever. Shout out to Eli Roth, though. I mean, that guy made a bunch of money off of no money, and that's always sick. Eli Roth's indie horror films. This is about the leak for Hostel Part 2. Eli Roth's indie horror came out in the Wild West days of the mid-noughties. Ew. Mid-noughties. Oh my God, that just sounds like a bad orgy. It was kind of a mid-naughty situation. I mostly just ate the food. Mid-noughties sucks. What are you, English? Get out of here with your fish and chip stuff. Mid-noughties. Ugh. When Hollywood was struggling to keep up with leakers and piracy. As a result, Hostel Part 2 was the most pirated film of 2007, with DVD copies circulating around car boots the world over. Roth was none too happy and predicted piracy would be the death knell for cinema. Not wrong, but not right either. I love a good bootleg movie. I mean, just a white burned DVD that says Transporter 2. You pop it in and it's got Korean subtitles and you're like, fuck yeah. The best was when you would be watching, you wouldn't realize that it was like a cam. There's like, when it comes to a movie piracy, there's like levels to it, right? There's like the lowest level is just movie camera inside the movie theater. It's bad audio because it's just the mic on the camera capturing what's in the room. You know, you got guys standing up to take a piss, and then you got there's a higher level to that where it would be cam footage, but they would get the live feed of the audio. It's generally why movie releases were staggered to Asia, where we release in the West first and then go to Asia. That's where a lot of the piracy would happen. And there were a couple of times back in the day when I'd be watching a bootleg and then not realize it was cam footy, and then all of a sudden a guy stands up, farts, and walks out of the frame, and you go, oh shit, South Korea got me again. Yeah, but moving on. Super 8, 2011. J.J. Abrams' much anticipated homage to Spielberg. Didn't love this movie. I watched it once when it first came out, and I remember not loving it. But shout out to J.J. Abrams. No one loves a lens flare quite like that guy. J.J. Abrams looks at a lens flare like a meth head looks at a blown out light bulb, where they just go, man, there's magic in that there glass. J.J. Abrams' much anticipated homage to Spielberg landed in full on the internet several weeks before its official release in 2011. The fault bizarrely lay at the feet of shock jock Howard Stern, whose DVD screener was used to upload the film online. Come on, Howard. Oh, man, that's awesome. That's so tight. Did you hear what happened to Alien vs. Predator? Funkmaster Flex leaked it. Just watching a predator stab a xenomorph into the background, and you just hear, "Beep, beep, 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 the Bronx. You ain't gonna believe this." Oh man, I used to hate Howard Stern, dude. When I was a kid and I would watch kind of like the first video podcast, Howard Stern on, I don't remember what channel it aired on, FX maybe, but they would have ladies on, they would flash their tits, they'd be blurred, and the little, 12-year-old me would be like, oh my God, boobies. And then Howard Stern's giant fucking nose would come into the frame and make your dick softer than it's ever been. Fuck Howard Stern. That's so funny, dude. It's just that lady laughing in the background. All right. Hulk, 2003. Ang Lee's adaptation of the big screen superhero turns 20 this year. When the fuck did this come out? This is an old article. It has received something of a reprisal, but back in 2003, it was anything but smooth sailing for Bruce Banner. An uncompleted work print of the movie was leaked online with much of the CGI work still missing. That happened with like an X-Men movie, or maybe no, it's Wolverine. I saw that earlier. That happened with Wolverine, where it's like it leaks online and it's just guys on wires going that as an actor, that has to be so embarrassing, dude. That would be like if the unedited footage of this shit released and it's just me going, fuck, shit, god damn it, I suck, what am I doing? Just having a meltdown. Oh man, that sucks. Oh god damn it, it's just fucking Edward Norton talking to a tennis ball. Oh, that had to suck shit. Joy, 2015. I don't remember this movie at all. David O. Russell's third collaboration with Jennifer Lawrence was the target of hacking group Hive CM8. The group released the film online, and Joy, amid negative reviews, bombed at the box office despite an all-star cast of Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, and Robert De Niro. Kind of sick for those guys because they get to save their career by saying, once again, this movie didn't make any money because it leaked online, when in fact it was just saggy shit. So it's kind of like a lot of these feel like someone inside the studio being like, how do we save this? And they just go fucking put it on the Pirate Bay and we'll say that's why it didn't make money. It's kind of smart, honestly. Zombieland, fun movie. A little too on the nose at times, but very, very, very fun. That's a good time at the old Cineplex. Cult favorite, Zombieland was the most praised film take two. Cult favorite, Zombieland was the most pirated film on BitTorrent in 2009 after the film was stolen weeks before release. The leak caused Columbia to move up the release date, and for co-writer Rhett Reese to say on Twitter that the over 1 million pirated views would kill any chance of a sequel, which was the case for a decade until Zombieland 2 Double Tap. Yeah, I mean, you gotta hope that these movies that leaked online, that these guys didn't take salary cuts for a profit share, for like a cut of the box office. At that point, you start sweating. You go, oh my God, that was 3 years of my life for $30,000. Fuck, dude. Fury. I love Fury. Best job I ever had. Ooh, that's a good movie. Oh man, Shia LaBeouf ripped a tooth out. I mean, whatever. Shia LaBeouf, not great, but great in this movie. John Barenthal hates naps. Fuck that. We love naps around here. Brad Pitt. I mean, Brad Pitt's the goat, dude. I mean, just the coolest guy ever. God, that guy's so fucking cool. And just the rest of the cast, so fucking good. Pena, so funny in that movie. All right. Yep. So this was a part of the Sony leak. Okay. It all started with the interview. Seth Rogen and James Franco's satire that depicted Kim Jong-un allegedly rankled the North Korean government to such an extent that the country's intelligence agency hacked Sony and released a number of completed films online. Damn, dude. That's so crazy. That's so insane that like jokes result. Oh man, dude. I mean, for a guy that smokes weed every day, as soon as that leak happened, I mean, the panic attacks Sethy Rogues must have been going through, dude. He had to be tweaking, bro. He had to be proper freaking out. Just ripping the bong going, how much money to be this? Oh, fuck. They're going to take away my green card, bro. They're going to ship me back to Canada. A fate worse than death. I can't get Domino's anymore. I got to eat pizza. Which I'm sure I've said this before, but dude, Canada is so funny. The fact that they have a giant pizza chain that just I talked about this with Zach Myakula, the drummer from Pup. great band, who he told that story about a guy getting shot inside of a pizza. And then them not closing down. Hey, the police left. They left the caution tape up and they kept slugging za. That's fucking awesome. Brad Pitt. Yeah. Okay, so they leaked Fury, a remake of Annie. I don't remember that at all. Mike Lee's Mr. Turner and the Oscar-winning Still Alice. Man, God, they couldn't have leaked fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, something we want to watch. Kim Jong-un going, cripple them, destroy them financially, release their remake of Annie. Kim Jong-un, what do you think? Do we retaliate with nukes? No. We must attack Mr. Belvedere. That's so stupid. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. No shit. That got leaked, huh? The concluding part of prequel trilogy found itself on the internet a day before its original release in cinemas, thanks to MGM employee Mark Hoagland, who had obtained a print of the movie through contacts at a post-production facility. Hoagland ended up in jail, and Revenge of the Sith still made a fortune. Damn, dude. You're doing hard time for a soft movie? Huh? That's good writing, folks. That's off the dome, too. Damn, dude. What are you in for? Fucking murdered my family. What about you? Stole 12 cars. You? Bank heist gone wrong. Thought they would give me a chopper. They got me. What about you? I put Mace Windu on the internet. That sucks. Yeah. Wow, man. Well, shout out to that guy, I guess. And in 2005, too, there were like 8 people with internet fast enough to download that movie. The reason that movie still made money is that the first downloads finished 2 weeks after the movie released. There was one guy with what was it, T9? Not T9, that's the texting. What was the internet that wasn't cable? It was something else. It was the in between broadband and dial up. I can't remember what that shit was called. And last but not least, The Hateful Eight 2014. Not a leak of the actual movie, but a leak of an earlier version of Quentin Tarantino's screenplay. I remember this. It appeared online in full in early 2000 when only 3 people had seen it. Michael Madsen, Bruce Dern, and Tim Roth. Yeah, that started Tarantino's whole, if you want to read the script, you got to come to my house shit. Which is like flex. Low-key flex, dude. Just got Sam Jackson in the kitchen. Just going, Quentin, your shit's tight. Yeah, that's cool. Just Kurt Russell smoking a cig on the back porch. Going, I was in Escape from New York. You guys sick, dude. Hell yeah. Much like me, after some McDonald's, we got some more leaks. Beyonce, her album Renaissance, leaked 2 days before it was supposed to drop. Now, this is something I haven't thought about in a long time. So, music piracy, very different from film piracy. I don't know if it's the same now, but back in the day, there was so much music leaked online. It felt near constant. These leaks were happening. And I remember, so in high school, I was, you guessed it, a big nerd, and my music consumption was basically 2 categories, right? It was like music I would publicly admit to like, and then music that behind the scenes I really liked, and it was actually my favorite, which was like ska and emo. Like, you know, I had a little pink iPod mini I would listen to My Chemical Romance to and hope no one could hear. And then outwardly it was like, oh, I listened to like Bon Iver and the Fleet Foxes, like all that indie shit that was really popping at the time. But I was tapped in to like the most unbelievable music leak site. And what are you guessing? Are you thinking to yourself the Pirate Bay, some other torrenting site? You know, could it be MySpace? No, dude. The place for illegally leaked music. I'm talking months to a year before the album was supposed to come out. LiveJournal. Dude, LiveJournal. I never read a LiveJournal. I never posted on LiveJournal, but there was a community in LiveJournal called the Indie Exchange, and the UI was fucking atrocious. It was so cumbersome to use. But it was this network of, it had to have been like engineers and interns inside of the music industry that would post albums. I mean, so far in advance, dude. I heard that one Skinny Love, Bon Iver, I heard that shit like 7 months before it came out. That was fun. It was like really annoying to use because there was no search function, and it was like chronological post and then alphabetized on the side, but you would click like B for Bon Iver or like N for Neutral Milk Hotel or whatever. It was very horrible to use, but it was sick, dude. I mean, talk about like a thrill as a kid, getting your hands on something that you weren't supposed to have, dude. Just the fucking best. The Sony hack. That Sony hack was fucking crazy. The Aunt May Spider-Man spinoff got leaked. The script, Men in Black, 21 Jump Street. Oh, that's right. The sequel to... Okay. If you haven't heard about this is really fun. So the part of the Sony hack was like a bunch of internal emails. Obviously, we all know about the big Sony hack, movies, emails and shit. And there was a discussion and a plan to make the 21 Jump Street sequel, 22 Jump Street, a Men in Black movie, which is so crazy and fun. Like, there's no chance that could have worked, but goddamn, that's a fun idea. Yeah, but shout out to all the people who worked on the Avatar movie. That sucks shit. Sorry that happened, man. I mean, you guys are getting fucked anyway with it going straight to streaming instead of getting a theatrical release. I mean, that's got to be such a cool feeling, dude, as an animator, to sit down in a movie theater and see that shit that you drew big as fuck. Sucks. But it is what it is, man. Paramount. Shame on you. Boo. These guys stink. Yeah, another I just remembered another incredible bootleg I got as a youth was the homie hooked me up with a screener copy. I mean, like 2 or 3 months before it released in theaters, of Napoleon Dynamite. So, I mean, you want to be a real hipster about it? I was voting for Pedro before anybody, bro. Before it was in theater. I forgot about that. Yeah, burn DVD. And those were always cool because you would get it would say, like, it would have the watermark, like, screener, not for distribution. You're like, damn, somebody was up to no good. Somebody shouldn't have got sent one of those DVDs, popped it in the old DVD-R burner, and shipped it to the internet. So, I mean, shit. And then last but not least, we have the Deadpool test footage, which is, I mean, Ryan Reynolds put that out, which is awesome. That's such a baller move to be like, to be so hyped on the shit you made, make a whole little short film or like intro for it, have the studio be like, nah, we don't know, and you're like, no, this shit is tight, just fucking put it out there, dude, they'll fucking get it cooking, and have everyone on the internet being like, this shit rips, make this shit right now. Gotta be an awesome feeling. But yeah, hell yeah. You guys rule. Thanks so much for tuning in. Sorry for being tardy this week. I was in upstate.
What's up, fellas? You protecting the little homie?
All weekend, I was filming this thing, just working my little balls off, so I didn't have time to record. So that's why it's late this week. But I'm also like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and then it makes me feel like I'm not as good or not as funny or not as like interesting. Well, whatever. Who cares? So I'm just trying not to do that as much. Obviously, I want to keep putting out shit in a timely fashion so that you guys know when it's coming out, so you can enjoy it on your couch or in your car, wherever the fuck it is you consume this shit. Yeah, that's why I was fucking working, dude. Toby Industries trying to stay afloat out here. You guys rule. Thanks so much for tuning in. It means just more than I could ever tell you. God damn it. And apologies to the guy who hit me up via Instagram, who was very bummed that I spoiled Game of Thrones. I'm so sorry, dog. I thought everyone had seen it. That's my bad. I should have said spoiler alert, I guess, before I revealed the biggest reveal of that whole fucking series. This guy was just like, dog, I was loving the show. I'm on season 3 and you just fucking killed me. I was like, oh, that sucks. So, dude, 1,000 apologies to you, sir. Stick with it. The show still rules. It's a minor thing. I mean, what did I say? The biggest reveal of the whole series? That sucks, dude. I feel bad. I genuinely do feel bad about that. But yes, that's my bad, dog. But yo, for real, I gotta scoot. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in a week. Later.